Good afternoon. Here to talk to you about my upcoming through hike in 2023, and I will be embarking on that in 3 days. And so I'm going to really just talk about the gear I have, the big three that I'm taking, which is the backpack, the tent, and the sleep system. So as far as the backpack, this is the Gossamer Gear Gorilla, and it has pockets on both sides for water, and it's very comfortable for me. I really like it. I had an Osprey at first for years, and I really liked that one as well, but it was just a lot heavier. And so when I was in Chattanooga, I went to a used gear shop, and they had this, and I thought I would try it out. So I got home, and the hip belt was a large, which is a little bit too big for me. So I took my Osprey hip belt off that one and put it on this one. The only downside to that is that the Gossamer Gear had two little zippered pockets for snacks and anything else you might carry along the way. And so what I had to do instead was I had to buy a waist pack, which a lot of people have anyway, because if they want to go into town maybe, and they don't want to take their big backpack, they leave it at the hostel or the hotel or whatever. And so I got this. This is actually 3 liters, and this holds a lot of stuff. And I'll be very colorful on trail. So let's see what I have inside here. I have the tent, which is not in the tent bag, because I always find that tent bags are kind of snug and you have to stuff everything in there, and I really wanted the footprint to be in this bag as well. So this is a different bag that I started using for this. Let's see if I can get it opened up and get it out. I decided to go with the Durstan X-Mid one-person tent. It's got a very different name, but here it is. It's kind of a light green, which I really like. Super, super light. This is the fly and the bottom zippered part all in one. And so that's good. And then it also came with a little bag for the stakes. And this is not a freestanding tent, so you do need to stake it down first. You stake the bottom down, and then you use your hiking poles to put the top up. And so it saves on a little weight. I also painted the tops of all of my stakes bright orange, so perhaps I won't step on them or trip over them while I'm at camp. I also am using a footprint to go under the tent, which was from my older tent. I'm going to use that as well. And then my hiking poles are Leakeys, which I love. I've had these since 2005, and they're still going strong, so I'm going to go with them. And all I did was I marked each of the stakes at the 48-inch mark. So that's supposed to be the optimal height for the tent. And I don't usually, I'm not that tall, so I don't hike with them extended that far. So I decided to mark them with permanent marker, and that helps. So that's the tent. And then I have a new sleeping pad as well. I had a Thermarest, probably just a summer pad, which was really thin. I would say 1/2 to 1 inch. And so this one is the REI Helix. It is a 3-inch, and it's a 4.9 R value. The higher the R value, the better off you will be in colder temperatures. It will keep you a little bit warmer. And so this is 3 inches. It's also 24 inches wide. So it helps when I'm rolling around, keeps me on there just a little bit. And so this, let's get everything out of this bag. Here it is, folds up really nicely. And one to inflate and one to deflate. That's the deflate. This is the inflate side. And so you can inflate it by mouth, or it comes with a pump sack. Who knew? So this will fit right in here, and then all you do is you get a big bunch of air in here, and then you roll it, and then this squishes right into your sleeping pad, and it works quite nicely. And then I splurged and bought myself a little air inflated pillow. And I found that I didn't like it at first because I tended to inflate it right to the very maximum amount, and it was really kind of hard. But then I decided to just inflate it about 3/4 of the way, and I really like it now. This is an Outdoor Vitals, and it's kind of soft and smooth, and I can also put my buff around it, and it makes it nice and soft to sleep on. So that's my pillow. And then I have my sleeping bag, which actually is not a sleeping bag because I found that my mummy bag was too constrictive and I'm a side sleeper. So I decided to go and buy a sleeping quilt. And so this is the Sierra Designs sleeping quilt, and super light, super warm. It has a full foot box right here that your feet go in, and then this is the top part, and it's open so you can wrap it around you. There's also a space that you can put your head in here, and it has a little face opening, and then 2 little hand spots for your hands, and I really like it. It's super, super warm, so I think that'll be good for my whole trip. And last but not least, I decided to tell you just a little bit about my hiking boots. And so I do have oboes, which I have had for a while now, and I really like them. They're a little heavy though. So I thought maybe I would use these for the first 3 states and then switch over to my lighter ones. And instead of having camp shoes or Crocs or sandals, I thought maybe I would bring my second pair, and then if I needed them, if one of them was wet, maybe I could use the other one. These are the Ultras, and they are Lone Peak 6. Super, super comfortable. The minute you get them out of the box and you put them on your feet, I absolutely love them. I did tell someone if I could, I would even sleep in these because I would wear these all day long. As a matter of fact, I've got my other ones on right now. So that's that, and perhaps I'll get another video out tomorrow. See you on the trail.